What's up, y'all? This is Pastor Michael JT Fisher, and it's that time again for What's Up With That. Like, you get to ask me questions and stuff, and I actually answer them. I'm not able to sit and talk with everyone one-on-one, so I came up with this wonderful idea that you send in your questions, and I will randomly choose them, and I will answer them to the best of my ability on camera. So if you're interested in participating in this, all you gotta do is tweet on Instagram or Facebook and use the hashtag AskPFish. AskPFish, right there on the bottom of your screen. All right, so let's get to the first question. All right, so the first question is, how do I approach someone that's in position that is not carrying themselves appropriately on social networks? The specific question said, how do I tell someone in position to stop twerking on Instagram? First of all, let me apologize that there's anybody that is in position and they're twerking on Instagram. That should not be happening. But to those that see individuals that hold a position in any ministry, and you see them not representing that brand appropriately, you have every right to go to them. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. 1 Thessalonians in chapter 5 and verse 22 says that we have to refrain from the very appearance of evil. And so you have every right to go to the leader and tell them how you're carrying yourself, or that last post is actually giving reason for doubters to not go to church. So I think you should do that. More congregants should stand up and kind of express their concerns, but do it in a respectful fashion. At the end of the day, they still hold a position, they still hold a title. They're humans, they don't always get it right. And while you're going to criticize them, do it constructively. So go to them, just like Samuel went to Eli, but do it in a respectful manner. All right? Now this question, I can kind of hold it dear to my heart. So someone asked, how do I go through college and remain focused while I have so many distractions all around? I have to give big ups to our young adult overseer, Minister Akila Walker, who back in June during our young adult service addressed this whole issue of being saved and still being in a college environment. Now, I want to tell you, there are always going to be distractions in life. You're always going to have people that are going to try to detour you. You have to prioritize. You have to make up your mind what's really important here. Do I party for 6 years and never graduate? Or do I stay focused for 4 years, graduate on time, and make enough money to be able to throw my own party? Called a graduation party. How about that? Listen, Colossians chapter 3 and verse 2 says, set your affection on things above and not on things here on earth. In other words, make sure you focus on the heavenly things, the things that can actually help you out, and not on these carnal things, the fleshly things. You'll have plenty of time to hang out with your friends. Right now, God has blessed you with an open door to better yourself through an education. Go hang out, but if you got a test that's coming up the next day, you need to go back to the dorm room or back home and you put your hand in some books. God will bless you if you're a good steward over your opportunity. So go to school, go to class, don't ditch, don't skip out, all right? You gotta get good grades. That's the only way you're gonna be a help to your family, and most importantly, a help to yourself.
Okay. I wanna go back.
You going to the bathroom?
I have to turn the light off.
Oh, okay. We'll wait. Okay, so the last question for this wonderful video is, how do I know that the man that I've chosen, that I love, is the one that the Lord chose for me? Or how do I know that the woman that I'm in love with is the one that the Lord chose for me? Let me say this. Quiet! I think you should ask that question before you chose them. The problem with a lot of us is we choose people out of our own wants and desires and our flesh, and then we want God to sanctify it. When the scripture says, whom God has joined together, let no man put asunder. We have to start allowing God to put us together in relationships. We can't go and date who we want to date and then say, oh Lord, by the way, can you bless this? Because that's not always going to happen, all right? The Lord is good with sometimes allowing you to walk in his permissive will. That is, that he will allow you sometimes to make a bad decision just so that you'll never make that bad decision again. For anyone that's watching this and you're single, ask the Lord, is this person for you, before you start talking about you in love with them. For the person that wrote that question, I think if you have to ask that question, maybe the Lord did not give that person to you. I'm just saying. This video is going to be funny, this one.